Hello and welcome. This is Riffle Shuffle and Roll. My name is Mark, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play the solo mode for Shifting Stones. After the teach, I'm going to actually do a solo playthrough of the game. Timestamps for all this are down below in case you want to jump to a specific section. Before we begin, if it's your first time visiting the channel, please be sure to hit subscribe and the bell so you're notified about new games every week. Shifting Stones is a puzzle strategy game in which players are trying to match the pattern on their card by manipulating tiles out on the grid. In the solo mode, you will have a micro deck of 16 cards that you choose at random, meeting certain requirements, and it is up to you to be able to score all 16 cards. Failure to score a card on your turn will earn you a strike or a penalty. 4 penalties and you lose. If you manage to score all 16 cards, you win. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see how to play. Following that will be a playthrough. In order to play the solo mode of Shifting Stones, you will need the typical 9 stone tile set, 1 reference card, and a special 16 card deck of the pattern cards. You will need to choose at random 8 1-point cards, 4 2-point cards, 3 3-point cards, and 1 5-point card. All right, to set up the grid, just build a 3x3 grid with the stone tiles. Be sure to shuffle them, kind of flip them around so that they are nice and randomized for the game, and then distribute them in a 3x3 grid. Take the small 16 card deck that you built, shuffle it up thoroughly, and deal yourself 4 cards. The rest become the draw pile. All right, I've got this positioned to fit within the camera view better. My hand will be on the left. Any point cards that I score will be on the right. The draw pile is at the top, denoting the orientation that the grid needs to be and how it must be matched with the pattern cards. So we are all set up. We are ready to play. Now, the only difference with the solo mode is that you must score a card each turn. If you don't, you gain a strike. So we're going to use the other reference cards as our strike cards, and we'll keep those over here on the right as well. The game ends. If you collect 4 strikes, you lose. Or it ends when you score all 16 cards before earning the 4 strikes. So if I'm able to work through this whole deck and score every single card, I win. If I earn 4 strikes, I lose. It's pretty simple. And that was how to play the solo mode of Shifting Stones. We are going to jump right into a playthrough after this quick break. And welcome back. All right, let's get to it. It's time for the solo mode of Shifting Stones. So to give you guys the best view possible and to not accidentally bump the camera, I'm going to be playing from the north side of the grid. So I'm looking at it upside down, but it doesn't matter because the cards are oriented correctly for me to play the game. I am going to go ahead and turn this reference card so I can see it better though. These 4 reference cards will be used as my strikes, and well, let's go ahead and begin. So I started off with a pretty nice variety here in my hand. I must be able to score or else I receive a strike. So I think it's important in the solo mode here to try to set up combos, because you do not get very many chances to simply pass and go again. Now all the rules apply, so if I want, I can skip a turn, take a strike, and draw 2 cards. And maybe in the solo mode, that's not a bad idea. But let's see. If I can score the majority of my hand without taking a strike, I'm gonna do so. So if I can switch these 2 cards, the fish and the tree, I can score 2 of my cards. And then, yeah, okay, so I think I can do that. I'm not gonna be able to work out a combo that will allow me to score 3 cards. And let me double check this guy here. It would need to be fish. So boat, yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and pay. We're gonna score these 2 cards for sure. And I'll pay this 3-pointer. I don't know. I'm gonna want, nope, we're gonna try it this way. So I'm gonna pay the 3 and I'm gonna shift these 2. Okay, so now I've scored this. And now I've scored this. And I'm left with a bird and horse, which is nowhere. I would need to be able to reverse these and flip. So I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn. I scored, so no penalty, and I draw back up to 4. Okay, so I need boat. So this, with the current pattern, this card is going to cost me 2 to score. Now my strategy, what I like to do, even when I'm playing a multiplayer game, now this is my first time playing this as solo, but with a multiplayer game, I compare the cost of the card to how many points I'm going to get. So a 1-point card that's going to cost 2 to make happen is not worth it in my book. So I'm going to try to avoid that particular play. I do already have a card scored. So I am going to go ahead and do that. So I score this one, avoiding my penalty for the turn. And then I can score another card by flipping that to a seed. Does that help me with any other combos? Not at all. Well, so I can pay 2 cards, flip this to a horse, and then switch them. So that would get me 2 points for the price of 2. Or I can pay 1, flip this card, and have a 1-point card. I think I'm gonna do that. I think the strategy that I need to go with is to keep cards out of the discard pile. So pay 1 and flip this stone to the seed side and score 1. All right, let's refill back up to 4 cards. Okay. Interesting. I'm not quite ready for this pattern yet. It would be easy enough to shift this down. I can't easily get the bird to the center stone. This is a hard set of cards. This might be a good turn to skip. I've already scored a 4th of the deck. I've got the other 4th in my hand, so we're looking at less than half of the deck is in the draw pile. I've got a great start so far, so maybe, no, look. I'll change the bird to a fish. I'll change a fish to the bird. 1 move, scoring 2 points, and that is a good deal in my book, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. I think I'm gonna pay this one. Well, yeah, I'm gonna pay this one. So looks like I'm leaving myself with 1-point cards So remember, the gray card or the gray stone just means any card can be there. And due to the orientation of the pattern on the card, this column could be anywhere in the tile set. So I went ahead and scored 2 points. Point card number 5 is scored. Okay, let's see here. Can I do anything else this turn? Or should I try to draw back up to 2? Or draw back up to 4? I would, I could pay 1. Well, see, I'm pretty close to, I don't want that 3-point card in the discard pile. I kind of want to keep that in my hand because I feel like I could get there pretty easily. It's going to cost me 2. Yeah, let's spend it. You know what? I'm going to spend this to get this combo set up a little better. So I will pay, and I will go ahead and flip this to the horse side. And now on my next turn, all I'm going to have to do is shift them. So I scored a card, no penalty for me. And I'm going to draw back up to 4. Okay, 3 boats on top of each other. That is no good. Oh, well. Unreal. Okay, this is not happening anytime soon. So I could pay 1 and flip these 2. I have to pick. Well, this is a 2-point card. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Actually, and how close am I to this? Oh, yeah, okay. So I'm going to pay 1 to get this pattern going. Score that. I avoid my penalty. And I guess it does help to know what's been scored. So let's get these organized real quick. I got my 2-pointers. These are all 1-pointers. And then all I gotta do is switch these 2. So I'm gonna put a 3-pointer in the discard pile, which I'm not a fan of. I haven't scored any of my 3-point cards yet. And then I've set this one up. So I've been able to empty my whole hand. We've got 5 out of the 8 1-point cards, 2 out of the 4 2-point cards. Okay. So I can draw 3. Ooh, the 1 5-point card in there. And then you shuffle the discard pile. My official shuffling method here, and turn it over. I think that'll do. Yikes. Okay, so this is just gonna get harder because I only have 3 1-point cards left. I do not have a single one of those in my hand. Okay. Here's a good opportunity. I can get the fish and the boat beside each other by paying 1 card. How far off am I from this pattern? Oh boy. That's crazy. I don't think I can't do that anytime soon. But I can pay 1 to earn 2 points. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I think I'm gonna ditch this 5-point card for now. No, that's not smart. I'm taking that back because I need cards. I need to be able to pay to move cards to move tiles to make this pattern happen. And if I keep ditching this card to the discard pile, I'm going to leave myself with the inability to move the stone tiles. So I need to keep that in my hand and maybe think about making that happen first. But everything is in I got 1 out of the 4 in the right spot. So I could draw 6. I could take my penalty and draw 6. But that's dumb. I can actually score 1. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's put this one, let's pay with this one. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Nope, I can't. That stone tile, it would have to be, this would need to be anything. This would need to be the boat, and this would need to be, okay. So let's just take this opportunity to start getting this 5-pointer out of the way. So I got 1 tile in the correct spot. I need to pay 2 to move this here and then flip it. So let's just do that. There's the switch and here's the flip. All right, so the top of that pattern is ready. Now I need to get the seed here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pay to do that. So we'll shift you down. Okay. I will take my strike for the turn. Strike 1. And draw back up to 4. Yes. Ooh, awesome. Okay. So I score 1. Let's make sure I don't need that as currency. I'll pay 1. And there we go. I'm paying 1. I will shift the seed with the horse. This pattern. Oh yeah. What's going on here? What did I do? Oh man. That's no good. Okay, we can do this. I'm gonna go ahead and score this card here to avoid my penalty. And then, I'll just draw 2. Because I have a plan. 1, 2. Okay, go ahead and shuffle this so it's ready. All right. Okay, so this pattern here, tree, fish, boat, tree, fish, boat. I'm gonna make this happen this turn. So I'll pay, flip these. Oh man, that's so dumb. I'm gonna have to flip it back. And then I need that to be a boat, so I'll pay this one. All right, and then I'll score. Tree, fish, boat. Got my first 3-point card. Ooh. This 5-point card is going to be a thorn in my side. Okay, but I can... Oh, check it out. This is scored. No, it's not, because of that gray stone tile. See? Oh, man. I have to shift all that over to the right. So that's going to cost me 2. I'm getting further and further away from this pattern. I need to get this done. Yikes. All right. So I'm going to need 1, 2 cards to get the boat over here to the correct corner. I'll need a 3rd card to make it a horse. And then I will need a 4th card to get this back up to being the tree. So I'll need to be able to spend 4 cards. So I'm going to take a strike. And I'm going to draw up to 6. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then I'm going to make this pattern happen. So 1. 2. 3. Oh, wait a minute. How do I want to do that? Yeah, let's do it this way. I could... Yes. 3. And... Oh my gosh. Well, I can do that later. 4. Switching this to a horse. Whew. Okay, 5-point pattern is scored. Move that over here. Alright, things are looking up. Things are looking up. Got that out of the way. And I still have 1 more strike I can use. 2 more strikes ends the game. Okay. Put the draw pile back. Alright, what do we have here? I need the 2 fish beside each other, and I'm going to need the 3 seeds beside each other. So I can make this happen. Let's go ahead. 3 boats in a row is going to be tough. 2 boats in a row. Well, so these 2. Let's go ahead and pay 1. And flip this bird over to the fish. Score the card. And then I'm going to go ahead and pay 1. And then flip this over to the horse. Score this card. I think that's how I want to do it. I'm down to 4. Not a bad variety of cards. I have to be able to score. Okay. So in order to make this 2-pointer happen, I've got to go 1, 2, 3. So 3 points to make that happen. And it would set me up, it would get me closer to this one. The seed, I don't think I'm going to be able to get the seed. I'm not going to be able to make the seed happen. I think I need to focus on the seed. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Flip a card, take a strike. One, two, three, flip a card, take a strike. Ay, this is tough. I need the cards to make the moves. Okay, how about for the... I need that right there for now. So let's do this here. I think let's pay 1. And then flip this. Score 1. Draw 1. Pay 1, 2, and score this. I don't think that's gonna work, but let's try it. So pay 1. And then pay 2. Score this. And then I get these back because I have to draw. I think I am done. So I'm done. So pay 1. Make this go here. Yeah, pay 1, flip this here. Strike 3, draw. And then I have to pay to do that, and then pay to do this, but I can't score the card because I paid it. That's strike 4, and I lose the game with 2 patterns left. Not too bad for a first try. All right, well, let's take it back and get my final thoughts. Oh, and oh, so close. Only a couple cards left. I gotta say, I really like this game, and I really like the solo mode. I am not one for buying a game because it has a solo mode. I don't do a lot of solo gaming. Sometimes I will play solitaire games with a regular deck of cards, but I've never been one to go after a game that I can play by myself. If I buy a board game, I want to be able to play with other people. Now, when I purchased this and played it with my wife, I was immediately excited about the idea of playing this on my own. Because the one downside to the multiplayer mode is you are waiting on everybody else to take their turn. And in my opinion, you don't need to pay attention because the stones are going to look completely different by the end of the player's turn that goes before you. So when it is your turn, that's when you need to pay attention to what the stones look like. If you're playing a 5-player game, you've got 4 other people that are going to be shifting the stones, flipping them around, making it look completely different each turn. Now, The solo mode is very interesting because after you start working through the cards and you realize what cards are in your hand, if you can memorize that or commit certain cards to memory, you're actually able to set up combos. Now, I didn't do a very good job of that with this particular playthrough. And the fact that your deck's going to be different every time because you're choosing your 16 cards at random from each score level. But within that game you are playing at that moment, you can really do some pretty neat stuff. And I love the decisions that you have to make. Do I score a card, or do I hold on to it to use as a way to shift or flip to set up a higher point value card? You really have to be able to analyze the grid and have a frank conversation with yourself about which of the patterns can I get to? Which ones are worth the point value? Is it a 2-point card that's making me pay 3 to score it? Is that worth it right now? Should I just take a strike and actually skip my turn and draw up to 6? There's so much area for decision making in this game, and I just think that is so cool. Not to mention the theme. I didn't get to talk about it too much in my how to play and review for the multiplayer mode, but I really like this theme. It's just a fun idea, and you really feel like when you're playing, it seems like a game from a show that used to be on when I was younger called Legends of the Hidden Temple. This seems like a small tabletop version of a game that those kids would have played on that show. I can imagine just a giant wall with these actual physical stones, kind of like in Wheel of Fortune, that kids could go up and turn or shift around, and that would be a blast. And I think there are just enough thematic elements involved in this game to kind of put you in that mindset that you are in some sort of hidden temple and you've come across this grid of stones that you need to figure out how to rearrange in order to score points. Well, all right, so that's the solo mode for shifting stones. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to be playing it some more. And if you liked this, the multiplayer mode is very, very similar, and you will have the social angle of it because you'll be playing with others, and you'll be able to share those moments where you set up combos, score multiple cards, or begin your turn with a scoring card. You'll be able to share those moments together, which I think makes the game a lot more enjoyable. All right, well, that is it for now. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep on playing.